Hello, everybody. We are live. I started a minute early so I can get situated. We'll let people get here. There's already 8 people here. Hey, 8 people. Merry Christmas. Good Yule. Happy solstice and the sun return. Sorry about the quality of the camera. I'm in Florida at my daughter's, and I'm using her laptop. Much love from the desert. Thank you. Hey, Laura. Hey, Mona. 2 names I know. The Poles have already showed up. The Polish people show up all the time. Hey, JK. We're going to let people get here. I'm going to eat speculage cookies. Natalia, you came. Oh, my God. The Beige is here. Hey, Beige. Hey, y'all. Hey, Tori. Tennessee. Portugal. Merry Christmas, Miguel. I have questions. Can you hear me okay? John? Yeah? You hear me okay? Cool. Question number 2. Is the music too loud? I can turn it down. Music, yes or no? No? Okay. It's not too loud. All right, cool. Couldn't you hear the music? Saratoga, New York showing up. Music is perfect. Okay, cool. See you live. Not long. Found your website. Merry Christmas. Oh, cool, Dan. Thank you. Hey, Chayton. Oh, my God. Thank you for the heart. Howdy can hear it. Excellent. Hey, Andrew. All right. Wow, 30 people already. Y'all want to know? The first year that I did my channel, June, I think I made my first video or something. And then I came back like in August, had a bunch of people. And I celebrated solstice. And like I promoted it across all my little social media, my 6-month-old social media. And 12 people showed up and I was so excited. Like 12 people came to my live. And now I get all excited about 30. Like, oh my God. You know, if we were all in one room, it'd be like a school classroom. Like that's a lot of people. All of us would be hanging out in a room together. How cool is that? Oh, Natalia, I miss you too. I tell you, the clothing you had on for winter solstice ceremony was really, I've seen you in it before. It's really beautiful. I feel like I'm competing with the music. All right. Some of this music I don't even know about because I have to use like copyright free music. So I pay for a membership to Epidemic Sound. That way I can get music for my videos. And they have these playlists that you can play. All right. Yeah, I'm going to turn it down. It's kind of annoying. If it's cool to ask, do you still eat fresh Amanita regularly? I mean, like when I have things to do and I need to think and I need to get like in that high gamma flow state, absolutely. I use it for that. I mean, I don't have raw. I have dried, which is the same thing as raw. So you're asking it correctly. Okay, good, Tori. Thanks for the feedback. You like my candy hands? I like to dress silly sometimes. The Christmas tree is funny looking. Which one? That one? It's weird. This background, I got it. It's highly detailed, but this camera's real low grade and fuzzy, so you can't tell like what's going on with it. This one, this tree, right here. That's because this is a printer. See, look, it's a box and striped over it. This is her office. I missed fresh season this year. Normally go to Oregon, Washington Coast, and Trinidad for the dance. Oh, they hardly fruited in North America this year. Like very few people actually got a good fruiting. It's just this music is getting on my nerves. I may turn it off. I know traditional Christmas music is triggering for some. Hi, love from Israel. Hey, Israel representing. Okay, we're going to get started soon. We're going to talk about loneliness in the holidays and some things that you can do, some exercises for you to do today. And then we're going to pull your runes. But, a lot of people said they're coming, and I want to, people have technical issues and stuff. So I want to make sure we got everybody here. That's why I just go there usually, but couldn't swing it this year. I'm sorry. That sucks. They were fruiting in Ireland really big, and I was supposed to go, but I also couldn't swing it. Lots of shit happened in the fall that threw all of my plans out of whack. Yeah, I know. Finland was rough. Sweden. I was in Sweden to film for the documentary. And they were a month late, and then when they did fruit, it was like just like a fourth of what they usually do. So I always wanted to hunt in Europe, especially Ireland. Oh, you're Irish, right? Oh, the shamrock. I have your runes here, and we're going to pull those soon. And I'm eating speculage, German, Belgian, Dutch cookies. And I am drinking a black tea with chai spice. Hello from Romania's here. Hi, Simona. Welcome. So Merry Christmas, everybody. I am also doing live on New Year's Eve, if y'all want to come to that. And then later that same day, I'm doing a Zoom class where we're going to talk about changing years and New Year's resolutions on the government calendar versus winter intentions from a more traditional earth-based solstice thing. And it's a class about starting the new year without stress, without anxiety, and then how to manage stress and anxiety going into the new year and some changes that we can make. And that's a Zoom class. And if you want to know about either one of those, let me drop the link in the chat and you can go open that up and just hang on to it. I'm on a Mac and I don't usually use a Mac. It's been years. Okay, that didn't work. Option V, Command V. That gets Command V. There you go. Link is now in the chat. And that's all of my events that I have coming up. So like a week from today, I'm doing live here on YouTube if you want to come to that. And then a couple hours after that, we're doing the New Year's Eve Zoom. So I'm doing the live also because I think New Year's Eve kind of sneaks up on people. Everyone's focused on these holidays and then getting through them if you're having a rough time. And then you sort of wind up at New Year's Eve going, well, shit, I didn't think this through very well because it just comes so soon after Christmas. And then you may think, well, it doesn't matter that much to me. But then you hear all the people going out and having fun, and maybe you don't drink anymore, you don't want to drink, and you don't want to go to bars, and you don't have enough friends to be invited to any kind of party. And even if you did, like you want to be snuggled in your bed by 10 o'clock. You want to be out at midnight driving and dealing with all of that. So I wanted to go live on New Year's. The timing is really difficult for that. It's going to have to be earlier in the day. And then the Zoom class is later. But trying to time it with all the way around the world with all the different time zones, it's such a mess trying to sort that out. Let's see. Dark Day Q says, does the Amanita's power increase around Christmas? No. I'll tell you when the power of using Amanita opens is on the winter solstice. The power in smoking it and working with the elders in combination with others in community, the power in your intentions and what you do that comes out of that around Christmas is insane. And I know I don't sound like a science-based person talking like this. I never knew that was a thing. I wouldn't have believed it was a thing until I experienced it myself. And holy crap, it's crazy. They're not any stronger, but there's this portal with the ancestors, the mushroom ancestors and our ancestors, that's very powerful. And it's not some magical thing that the sun and the moon is putting out and beaming at you. It is the fact that we as human beings have been honoring and marking the winter solstice for thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, and you can't take that out of our DNA. There's something very anchoring about it. And then when you put an entheogen in there and it opens up your subconscious, it's you're just like this manifesting machine. It's insane how that works. It's beautiful. And it makes things make a lot more sense about our ancestors and their ability to not just survive, but thrive and make art and costumes and create and function with the medicine and the earth the way that they did because they had all this other stuff going on. And it helps me truly understand the importance, strength, and power of medicine people, shaman, healers, storytellers, and the role that those people play in society. Y'all stop talking. You're actually listening to me. Let's see. Alessandro, Mrs. Speculage. They're damn good cookies. I'd share them with you, dude. I've got like 100 of them. I bought this really big package. Oh, dude, for humanity. Y'all are so sweet. Alessandro, I'll eat some for you. Cheers. So, Griffin, Georgia. I know where you are. Graham Hancock. Because of Graham Hancock. What does Graham Hancock have to do with me? Tell me, Daniel. Make the link from Graham Hancock to. Anyway, so let's talk about Christmas holidays on Joe Rogan. Oh, they were just talking about Amanita and you started looking it up and then you found me. Got it. Click, click, click. Got it. Got it. For mushrooms and other entheogens, infusing wine. Oh, I mixed two. Alessandro, thank you, Dreamer, for doing your work. Amanita helps me a lot. It helps so many people, doesn't it? Isn't it amazing? You're so welcome. Daniel, the deep history of the use of mushrooms, other entheogens, infused in wine. Yep, it was an amazing discussion. Okay. When was it? Is it an older episode? Now I'm very curious about your work. Oh, well, welcome, Daniel. I hope you enjoy it and get a lot out of it. Amanita saved my life, no doubt. I mean, it cured my. Yeah, it's amazing all of the things that we're learning that Amanita can do, and it's nice that the science is finally starting to back it up. Early 2021. Okay, I'll look for it. Hey, Mr. Cat. 44 people showed up. Okay, let's talk about the holidays and if I can stop munching on freaking cookies. All right. I don't know how to mute me. So you're gonna have to listen to me cough. Sorry. Is that a mute button? It's my drinking problem again. Who knows that reference? Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna stop reading and talk to you about the holidays and Christmas. So it's not that I celebrate Christmas as this day that a Christian deity was born, because we know they stole the entire story has been stolen from pagan rituals, which have been taken from Egyptian, which were I mean, it's all recycled and rewashed. It goes back further, and it's all about the solstice and the dropping of the sun down on the winter solstice, where it sort of stands still, and then 3 days later on the 25th emerges, going in the other direction now, heading back towards summer solstice. So it's the rising back up of the sun. And so I understand that this day does not carry religious significance for a lot of people, and certainly not for me. But the reason why I go live on days like this is because it's how most of us were raised. not all of us, but most of us were raised in this and in school and celebrating it and all that. Many of us who are here on my channel are here for mental health purposes. And many of us went through not great experiences on the construct in school or in our families of origin or many families. And many of us are here because we are using entheogens to help our mental health or to grow spiritually or to grow emotionally, mentally, become more self aware, become better humans, to stop generational trauma, heal generational trauma. We're all here for different reasons, but all of those reasons center around a peaceful existence, kindness, and love. And when you do that, today, the way society has been for the last several decades or more, it has grown increasingly more difficult to do those things and still hang out around the people that you had originally as friends or family or significant others. And it means that a lot of us wind up alone or still maybe in abusive situations, relationships, family, and haven't found the strength or cannot yet say no to being in those situations. Maybe it's disappointing. Maybe you're in pain. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're just ducking in to do the right thing and then you're going to leave as quickly as you can. Maybe you were able to say no and you're just alone all day. Maybe you've managed to walk that line so that you had a couple of gifts to open, but they were at a distance, or you Zoomed with a couple of people, or maybe you were just completely alone. You've been alone last week, you're going to be alone today, you're going to be alone next week. All of these situations are a real thing. And I want to validate you and tell you there's nothing wrong with you that you are sad, lonely, or depressed. If you are today, don't beat yourself up and go, well, that's stupid. It's a day just like every other day in the year. If I were a truly enlightened being, this day wouldn't hurt or bother me. So that's being unreasonable because you grew up here. You grew up in it. You grew up in this paradigm, in a culture that marks this day from your birth. This has been an important occasion, or it's been the occasion where you got an incredible amount of abuse, or it was the occasion where it was the one day you didn't have to deal with any abuse. Either way, this day is burned into your mind and into your cultural heritage of where you come from. And if it isn't, then cool. Good for you. So if you are feeling that way, can you just like honor your body that you were born into a paradigm and you've been a good human and it wasn't your fault and this is how we've been raised? And I am not trying to get rid of Christmas. I celebrate it as a day to really love the people I love, cook some good food for them. But see, I also do solstice. And then I'm also going to do New Year's Eve, even though it's a government made up day on a government made up calendar, because I want to start anchoring them as just this whole bunch of festivities. Like every single week, there's just an excuse to celebrate and party and be kind and love people. And that's hard to do when you don't have your people. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be lonely. It's okay to crave people. We are social creatures, and you can do all the entheogens in the world, but when you come down, you're still a human. You still need others. We will find each other. It's going to take time, but we'll do it. And there's nothing wrong with needing other people. Even if you're a loner and you like a lot of time alone, too much can be too much. So that's why I do this. And then, me, if you've been watching my channel at all, you know that my 18-year marriage just ended. And so this is my first Christmas. And it's difficult. It's challenging. I've done the work leading up to this. And we're going to talk about that in my New Year's Eve Zoom that we're going to do. We're going to talk about dealing with difficult special occasions, especially as we go into 23. I don't know about you, but 2022 made 2021 look like a parade. And I'm kind of concerned about 23 just chewing us up and spitting us out. So we need to start doing some work on accepting the shakedown and the falling away as we are also constructing and building up. And now that I am on this side of panic and anxiety, now that I am on this side of setting good boundaries and staying away from toxic people and situations, I find that I don't need more people, but I need people more. And that just means better connections to the right people, even if it's just fewer, you know? So I wanted to tell you Merry Christmas, Merry great day, and let's hang out with each other. Yeah, let me catch up on my last bite of cookie. Um, Let me. Justin made it. I'm gonna talk with my mouth. Okay, let me try to scroll back up here on this Mac pad. All right, so I've picked and dried. Derek says picked and dried some. Now I have to get up the courage. Watch my videos, man. I eat them like they're candy. I drink the tea. I ain't dead yet. Andrew, you've got this, Derek. You got it. Andrew, I gifted a panther oil jar to my friend. It works really well, doesn't it? Panther oil is amazing. Heart regeneration. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be where I am grieving my relationship, able to laugh and smile and have joy and feel love if it weren't for Amanita. 18 years and it's only been a few months. Like, I can't believe the amount of healing that has happened in such a short period of time. I've been finding Amanita left and right in Northern California. When I was out in San Francisco last week, we were hearing stories of Northern California. I hated I had to leave. I would have loved to have come up there. Mona, I'm looking forward to the course in the new year. I'm pretty much a newbie. Oh, Mona's talking about my dosing Amanita class. It's my very first class that I'm teaching on my own, not like being paid to do it for someone, like the Psychedelic Society or something. It's my course. And it's on dosing Amanita, starting out, and then I'm going to take you through the whole month of January. It's 8 classes, and I will help you dose and find your dose and work through your dosing. And then we'll talk about, you can ask questions or whatever, and then we'll talk about short-term and long-term effects. So it starts January 4th. I put a link in here. I'll drop it in again. Everything I'm doing, the New Year's Eve Live, the New Year's Eve Zoom, and then the classes that start January 4th, they're all on this page. I just dropped it in the link again. Thanks for mentioning it, Mona. That's cool. I'll see you there. That's Eric. Hey, Eric. Yay. Unconditional love. Hello, Savannah. Oh, talking to Savannah. Tori, take a new course too. Oh, cool. Derek. Oh, it'd be great to meet you on. Oh, yay. Oh, thanks for all the hearts and mushrooms. Hey, Bruno. Unconditional. Yeah, y'all are talking to each other. Yes to all that. Thank you, Mona. So true. Phony materialistic people. But the thing is, David, about phony and materialistic people, I've kind of come around to this place where a lot of people are just we were all born into the same society. We were all taught with commercials and the catalogs and circling what we wanted and raised with all these things being given to us. So they don't that's they're doing what they were taught to do. And not everyone needs to question their existence like people who have been abused. Because when you go through a lot of toxicity and abuse, you don't know what's real anymore. And you have to question everything. And some of it's harmless, and some of it's very important that you look at it judge that as not good, and then change. And when you don't know what that is, you have to question literally everything. And in doing that, the more that you get in touch with your life and your heart, the more you get in touch with others and then all of the living things. And then you realize how you're damaging the ecosystem and society by being consumptive, and how that can lead to hoarding. And then you start to learn about how the need for things is filling an emptiness that will never fill. And then that leads you to wanting to fill your heart with good things, which you think are experiences and people. And then you learn that those will fail you. And then you realize, no, you had to fill it with yourself. And then when you do that, you don't give a shit about getting anything anymore. But people that don't go through a lot of abuse and toxicity never have to go through all that shit. So I try to be a little more kind and understanding. And I'm envious in a lot of ways that they're just happy. And they get up, oh, we're going to open presents. And they love their families and they're okay. Like that's good for them. Let's see, Mona. I had to turn down my Christmas invite, which posed a risk. It meant I'm more isolated than I'd like. Good for you, Mona. Fuck yeah, man. Doing the work. Doing the work. Gary's RV. Thanks for the thumbs up. Savannah, yes. Tommy, so needed to hear this today. Thank you so much. I'm feeling so alone lately. And Tommy, I think, and me too, obviously, clearly, my daughter moved out, and then this sudden parting with my husband. Well, oh God, ex husband, and all the plans that we had. And my son is going to be moving into this apartment that I built for him in the basement with its own entrance and exit and everything. And so he'll be coming and going. And now I'll just be the only one all of a sudden in my house. And facing that, traveling all year, meeting a lot of people makes you even more alone because you're out of your home with your regular neighbors that you see, or even just the regular people, cashier, or my animals. Like, traveling has been very isolating. I've been acutely aware of my loneliness. But I think that okay, tell me if I'm wrong. I predict many of us are doing this, right? And many of us are feeling lonely. I predict with 23 and 2024, there's going to be more and more of us meeting each other and bumping into each other. And I think we're going to start connecting in more and more ways and be a lot more tolerant and patient, but also reframing it as the good temporary work. Kind of like if you have to do a lot of hiking, there's a crash and you got to like walk a long way to civilization. Like, it's temporary and it sucks, but you're doing good work to take care of yourself, to get yourself to safety. It feels more like heroes work. And the loneliness feels like money in the bank toward my mental health until I can get the money together to buy the land that I want to buy, to build a ceremony space where all of you can come. Anybody can come. Hundreds of people can come together to celebrate. I'm going to build it. Got to get this documentary made. If any of you have expendable income, we are fundraising for the documentary. We're kind of on hold now until we get more funding. So if you have a large chunk of expendable income and would like to invest in the documentary, you can respond to the newsletter that goes out. I only send a newsletter out once a month. And if you want to be told, like, when my store opens, everything that's going on in Dreamer world, you can get the newsletter. AmanitaDreamer.net, and just right there at the top of the page, you put your email in. And I don't spam you. I don't sell your shit. Like, I'm the only one that's got your email, and I send it out once a month. That's it. But I mentioned the documentary there, and you can just respond to that, and it goes to someone who sends the emails where they need to be. And we are heavily fundraising right now to get this documentary finished. Thank you, Mr. Cat, for my heart. How do y'all find those? Solitude, the road to inner growth. It is not easy. Indeed. I love you, Natalia. Natalia is the moderator in our private, I have a private community, and we have an entheogenic integration Zoom, and she's our moderator for that. So if you're doing entheogens and you can't afford a private like integration coach or whatever, you can come to that Zoom. She's so good at what she does. She's so loving. That's Natalia. She's in the chat. You know Pops? Are you asking me, Jeff? Who's Pops? I don't know Pops. Probably need people more after medicine. We're all in this together. I'm in an alone momentum currently. I agree. Unconditional love. I agree. We do need people more after medicine. I think that it's a trauma response to isolate. And then that makes you grieve, and then you cover up the grieving with depression or drinking or more entheogens or getting out or staying busy or whatever. And I think that the more that we do entheogens, the more we actually get in touch with the grieving and the loneliness. And then we realize we need people to be a whole human, to feel whole, you know. Unconditional love, don't say that. 2023's got to be better. Do you not realize, like, I said that at the end of 2019 and then again at the end of 2020 and then at the end of 20, and like every year's been a shit show worse than the one before it. Tommy Trigger, yes, you can watch the lives after they finish. I have a playlist called Live. If you go to my channel and just scroll down, you'll see the playlist called Live, and all my lives are there. Not all of them. Some of them I had to delete because they got content violations. Let's see. Alessandro, the night is always darkest before dawn. Agree. Jason, Merry Christmas, Jay. Merry Christmas, Jason. You just always commenting. I appreciate you so much. Mona, yeah, I think so. Quality of people over quantity. Exactly. Yep. We would have loved you come up more north from San Francisco. Yeah, I would have loved to, Savannah. Just didn't have time, and I couldn't change my flight. And then I had to come here to Florida, where I am now. My schedule's just been so packed. And then I have to go back home, and my ex is moving out today, and I got people coming to fix things and clean the energy, and then clean like that's another whole thing. And then immediately right after that, like next weekend, New Year's Eve, and then right after that, the class starts. So it's like I'm slammed until the end of January. I'm not trying to stay busy to avoid my loneliness. I'm just busy. How long after 160-degree dry do fly light? Well, Tommy, they're about 9 months that they stay at a decent level of potency, but they start to drop off pretty sharply after 9 months, which is why, like all of the Amanita that fruit in the fall around the world, then around summertime, you'll start seeing the prices go down because everyone's trying to unload those Amanita, and you can get them for really cheap, but you'll have to use a lot more of them just to make anything because they're going to be weaker. By August, it's kind of hard to find anything, but around the end of August, the fruiting starts again in parts of Europe. So that's kind of like the cycle of it. I have to protect myself around holidays. I've started celebrating with family before the actual holidays, and then spending the actual holiday more to myself, where I can put intention. See, I do that too, into self-care and ritual to celebrate. Yeah, same. I do that too, Tori. That's good. I think a lot of people are starting to do that too, creating just a little bit of more isolation on the sacred days, you know. Hey, Heidi, happy to be here. Hey, Bruno. Hey, Taft, Merry Christmas. Roy, hit the nail on the head. Thanks, man. Jeff, you're pretty smart. I try. I'm born that way. Let's see. Jeff tried. No. I missed something. Let's see. David, I've been a part of a disease society, but have a lot of hope for something better. And you know, David, I do too. And it's not just hope, but like it feels like we've turned a corner and we really are about we're turning it around. I mean, I fully believe we're turning it around and pretty quickly too. And I think a lot of society is going to see a lot of falling away and a lot of breaking that's not going to have much to do with us. And a lot of us have already been through that. You know what I mean? Like we're doing it now so that we can build places for people to land as they go through it. So I think for us, the turnaround is coming pretty quickly, and then for the rest of the world. But I think like 10 years from now, it's going to be so different and so much more love and a lot more legalization and stuff. That's what I think. I know a lot of people are more afraid of more illegalization, but I think it's going to go in the other direction. Jeff tried AM, but nothing. So now cubes. Okay, well, Jeff, let me talk to you about that. Amanita does something. Amanita works. It's an entheogen and it does its job. It's a powerful drug and it works. What it's doing is it works on your inner sense of knowingness, your sense of selfness, your boundaries on the planet, and things that you will not tolerate anymore or things that you have tolerated for far too long. And I'm going to make generalizations about men, but I realize that it's just a generalization. It may not apply to you. But in general, society has told men that they are not allowed to feel and to not worry about feelings, that that's women's stuff. And that depth of feeling, intensity of sadness or love or compassion or empathy and crying and intimacy, that those things are to sort of be glanced into and then away from and to not dwell there. And it cripples the human to not have it that completely accessible and that knowing of how to interpret and have a good self-awareness of emotional beingness. And a lot of men then will go to the entheogens that take them out of their bodies because it's a lot more fun to be there because they haven't been trained about their bodies to listen to where something hurts and what emotion that's tied to. They've lived most of their lives escaping their bodies. So most men will say Amanita's decent or I don't feel it, but I'm going to go do these other drugs because you get this escape and they love ego death. They love getting away from being human. So I'm going to challenge you here that Amanita works first on the self, and you need to have full access to your knowledge of yourself, to what has betrayed you, hurt you, where your anger comes from. Amanita will heal that shit very quickly and very powerfully and will open it all up to you and say, this is what you've been missing. This is your full range of beingness as a human. Then psilocybin takes you into your connections between you and other people and other living things, the animals around you, the trees and how they talk. And you'll open up this communication to a higher knowingness of other living things. And then how your good, strong sense of selfness now, your intelligence of your own sense of self, then works with and in relation to other living things, including off-planet entities, if you take high doses like I do. And then you get all up into the higher entheogens, DMT, which can get into universal consciousness and intergalactic issues and is this a simulation kind of stuff, the big, big, big stuff. You know what I mean? So even if you aren't getting a body feeling out of Amanita, it's still working. And if you do a full microdosing course with macro doses in there, a lot of things will start coming up. And all of this is what we talk about in my class in January, the dosing class and all that stuff. But you can sift through the videos or whatever and get more about all of this if you care, if you'd like to. But I would like to ask you to do that, unless you don't care to. Let's see. Unconditional love. Oh, she's talking to Jeff also. Let's see, Alessandra. I had better results with soaking Amanita in juice for 12 hours. Tablespoon in warm water with honey on solstice. Crazy. When you just soak Amanita in water, you're just doing a cold water extraction of ibotenic acid, basically. So you're getting really high doses. Juice or water doesn't matter. It's just pulling out ibotenic acid. And with it being warm, you may have converted a little bit of it, but not much. And that's why when I do ceremony, solstice ceremony, I make the tea with lemon because I still want a lot of ibotenic acid. I don't do full muscimol because that ibotenic acid is, like you're saying, crazy. It's very powerful. Ibotenic acid is just as vital and important to the whole thing that Amanita does as the muscimol side is. And it's so important to have that mix of both. I totally agree, Alessandra. Hey, Mr. X. Interestingly, do you have fly agaric in the United States and fly agaric we have in Russia are different? No, they're the same, but here they have different shades and colors depending on what parts of the country that they grow. But where I live in Georgia, we actually do have a completely different species called Amanita persicina. The only difference between the Amanitas that you have in Russia, that the whole European continent has, and ours is for some reason the ones on the European continent use the sun and can photoconvert ibotenic acid to muscazone. So if you have one that's been in the sun and you pick it in Europe, it'll have ibotenic acid, muscazone, and then you'll use it and convert to muscimol. So you'll have all three in your body. And I need to make videos on muscazone, but we aren't sure exactly what they think muscazone isn't psychoactive. So basically, if they've been sitting in the sun very long, you're losing psychoactive components. But there's a reason that it's doing this, and I'm pretty sure muscazone has a good health benefit to it, which probably has something to do with vitamin D. Let's see. I believe looking inward is just as vast as looking outward. Yeah, Derek. It's that balance, right? Mr. X, madam, you have gloves. I have gloves. I'm not wearing gloves, but I have lots of gloves. Why? Why do you ask, Mr. X? I don't have any with me here because I'm in Florida. It's not cold enough. Savannah, you're being of service and we are grateful. Aw, next time you're in California, I'll be at the ceremony. The next time I'll be in California, hopefully it'll be to shoot the documentary. I have to do some reshoots in San Francisco, but I got to get money first. So that's next. Once the documentary comes out, we're going to promote it by doing screenings in different areas of the country, around the world, actually. And we'll do screenings and then question answer, and then holding a big ceremony celebration, 100 people with a whole like drum corps band thing. It's going to be a big deal. Just got to get the money. Hey, Bully McGuire. Tori, 9 being considered a holy number seems fitting. 369. Madam, can you show just one gloves as a subscriber? This is my humble. Okay, I think that you are Mr. X. You're doing something in Google Translate. I think English is not your first language, and it's not translating the word glove correctly. Gloves are things that you put on your hands to keep them warm. And I think that's not what you're talking about. I think you mean something else. I want to know what you're talking about. Do you mean my hands? Do you mean a mushroom? Because I'm not at home. I don't have any with me. I'm sorry. Bruno, along with medicines, I have done lots of shadow work, art, physical activity, MKP, and reading Joseph Campbell's work like You with Thousand Faces. We're all on the hero's journey. Bruno, you're working your ass off, aren't you, man? You're doing some hard shit. I want to check out New Mexico mountains in the summer this year. Apparently it happens there. Also Colorado. Dude, Colorado this year was popping off at high altitudes all summer long with the Amanita. The pictures were all over my social media feed. Okay, human life experience. I don't get grieving at all. No idea how people just do it. I think I'm maybe pushing it away because I'm already hurting and that'd be too much. See, that's the thing. I was the same way. I was already hurting and raw and in so much pain. I was living in trauma and fight or flight. You don't have room to grieve. It took me using Amanita and getting to a place where I could regulate my nervous system to actually feel the truth, the simplicity of just grieving. That's a very true statement. Like that's a thing. You're right about that. Absolutely. I agree. And Amanita did it 100%. It helped regulate my nervous system and got me to a point where I could just feel the sadness and the grieving. I have a video where I talk about it. Um, Amanita and the broken heart mushroom. It's crazy. It has taught me all about sadness, grieving, loneliness, like how all they're all different. Loss, all of it, how different it all is. Let me get my son to get something for me. Where's my hang on just a minute. I turned the music down completely. Wow, my phone is blowing up. People are Merry Christmasing me. All right, I'm back. All right, let me catch up. Let's see. I've lived alone through 4 crazy tapers. What? Dude, that sucks. Catherine, still alone. It's tough, but I'm also learning how to unconditionally love all of my parts. Community is coming. So many people are buying land, right? Like it's a big thing that's happening. I am so sorry you have had to go through all those tapers by yourself. I did too, even though I had someone. Um, it's a long story, but they were never there. And I did my tapers alone also, coming off benzos, all that stuff. I was doing all that alone. It was awful. A lot of people are, or they are doing it in situations where they're actively being abused. And I don't know which is worse, the aloneness and feeling scared that like if something happens to you and you pass out, like what happens? Are you going to get medical care? And that's happened to me before. Like it sucks. Or doing it in an abusive situation where you don't even know if it's the loss of the medicine or the abuse that you're dealing with. Are these side effects or normal effects of dealing with abuse? Like it's insane. I've had to do it both ways. Carol, Merry Christmas. Thank you for the stars. Hi, dear Manoj. Hey, Manoj. Welcome. Anthony, Merry Christmas. Elders in the making for the world. Yeah, that's cool that you mentioned that, Catherine, about how I hear that a lot. A lot of people are talking about buying land, and I have been fortunate enough to see it because doing ceremony in different places around the world, I'm going to those places where it's couples or just a person that's like, this is why I bought the land. I'm glad to have you here. And they just have people coming through holding ceremonies and they hold them for the community and they're anchoring love and space. And it's happening. You're right. It's happening and it's so beautiful. It's so important and it's time. It's time. And I get to see it. I'm out there getting to see that it's happening. Like I'm no longer just isolated on my back deck in North Georgia looking at the birds. Like I'm out there going, oh, wow, like this is a thing. It's not just me, like it's a thing. And people are making it a reality. I don't feel so crazy for wanting to do it. Ramsey, what is the subject? The subject is the Amanita muscaria mushroom and dealing with the isolation and the loneliness during the holidays for people that are growing and working on their spiritual, mental, and emotional health and having to leave their culture or their family systems to do it. How did I sum that up? Yep. You get it? A dude for humanity. Men need to realize it takes so much inner power to show weakness and open up, in my opinion. I agree because being vulnerable means you've got the inner strength to show who you are instead of holding up a shield when you're living in fight or flight. It's easy to hold up a shield. It's hard to set that shield down and just open up and say, oh, wow, that really hurt that you would say that to me. Oh, I don't know that I really want to get into that. It doesn't feel good to me, and I don't like to talk about that kind of thing. Oh, wow. I love you too. You are very important to me. I care so much about you. These statements can just open up the door for anyone to hurt us. Like we're letting people know how to hurt us. We're telling people where we're vulnerable. And that takes courage and strength. And if you open up and you're vulnerable and you get mocked or laughed at, or they talk about you behind your back later when you leave, you've got to have that inner strength to be able to say, wow, that sucks. That hurts that you would do that. And then they mock you, laugh at you, and call you names. And I've been around that so much. And I've said, well, that's okay. I'm going to continue to be vulnerable and honest. And when you hurt me, I'm going to say, well, that really hurt. What I'm doing is I'm telling you how you can hurt me and that you won. You hurt me. You won. I do it on social media. When people attack me on social media, I say, well, that really hurts. And they go, get over it, Karen, white woman. No one wants to hear from you. I'm glad it hurt. Get out of here. And they just, just make it worse. And I'm like, but I don't feel bad for saying that. It takes strength to be vulnerable. And that it makes me happy that you put that here in this chat, because when other people come back and watch this live later and they read the comments, I like that people also can see what I'm saying and it's not just me saying it. That other people get that too. Catherine, we have land surrounded with Amanita, with cabins, room for tents, and a bed and breakfast. What? Getting ready to help people get off meds safely with support in natural settings. Catherine. Oh my God, Catherine, please message me on Instagram. Please message me on Instagram. I want to come see it. Like I will come. If you'll let me, I want to come see it. Oh my God, please. Please. Also, maybe we could do a screening. Bruno, building a sacred space. Wow, I am a CrossFit instructor and shadow work facilitator with a background in lumberjacking. Oh my God. Bruno, any room for a Frenchman from the mountains, Jura, Switzerland border? I was just in September, I took a train from Paris to Lyon and then met someone who drove me into Switzerland. So, like, I came right by where you live. I don't know if you were speaking to Catherine or me, but you'll hear about it. There will always be room. There will always be room. Oui, oui, mon ami. Jeff, thanks. I will. Mr. X, very late. Read, madam. So I guess I put my first comment 9 minutes ago, still not read. Oh, you're getting upset with me. I'm sorry. I'm moving through them as quickly as I can. I'm sorry. I'll go faster. Aren't Amanita poisoning? Ramsey, no. You got bad information, my friend. They are good medicine. Thomas, I didn't mean to leave it at that. My whole work is teaching people correct information about the mushroom. If you go to amanitadreamer.net, I have a bunch of videos about it. You can look here on YouTube, but they shadow ban me and they harshly censor my content. So the bulk of the good information about this mushroom is at amanitadreamer.net. There's the link. That's one page. There's a bunch of pages over there, but like the main page has all the videos on it. Thank you, Carol, for the mushroom. Thomas, I feel more myself, more grounded and connected since using Amanita. Exactly, right? That's what she does. Merry Christmas, Anthony. Tartaro. Mr. X, can you wear just one gloves? Man, I really don't know what you mean by gloves. I'm hoping you say it when I scroll further down. I'm just going to go look for your comments further down. Mr. X, you put H again. Okay, you haven't responded yet to the glove thing. So I want to answer you, unless you're trolling me and you know what you're doing and you do mean gloves and you're just fucking with me, which, okay. I'll go find a glove and put one on if it'll make you happy. But if you don't mean glove and there is something you're trying to say to me, please tell me what it is. Rakaya Wood, Rakayo. Not saying that right, am I? Happy Amanita Day. Hope you're wonderful. Thank you. Season's greetings. Mr. X, latex gloves. Okay. You want me to put on one latex glove? I don't have one at this apartment. It is a fetish. He's not being respectful. Eh, whatever. He can hang around and watch. Maybe he'll learn something, but I don't have one. Tori Green, can you talk a bit more about the differences in amanitas compared to maybe LSD or cubes, particularly when it comes to shadow work, really working on my own? So, where I think that amanita shines best. So, like when my husband asked of 18 years, asked for a divorce, we'd been together 18 years. I was devastated. And it was 5 days before I had to go to Europe, right? I immediately started using full muscimol Amanita. That's not the preferable way to do it, but I only had 5 days before I had to get on a plane and be gone for a month. So I just went straight to the hardest part of it instead of working my way through it. And what Amanita did was immediately take the shock and awe away and helped me get my brain around it and go acceptance, like got me right into acceptance immediately. So I immediately did all the things I could to secure my life before I had to get on a plane instead of going, he doesn't mean it, he'll change his mind, we'll talk it out, we need to get therapy. Like I didn't do any of that. Amanita helped me get through the denial really quickly, right? But the panic attacks is how my body responds to fear, and I that was very fearful. Not only just that this is happening, but that it's happening and I'm not going to be in my own home to process it. I got to leave. And then I wound up in Paris where I don't speak the language. I can't get around. I can't understand anything. And the panic attacks and being up, for 2 days straight, getting there. So my panic attacks were bad. Amanita helps some, but it was just really bad. And this was an issue with someone else. And that's why I did a high dose of psilocybin in Switzerland to deal with us and that relationship. And that turned the volume way down so that I could use Amanita in microdosing to help me pace my grieving, but also fully be able to work. So Amanita helped me deal with my heart. Psilocybin helped me deal with him up there, out of the body, where our higher selves could work, where I could work with other entities, where I could see things from his perspective, where I had respect for his life and his journey and his requests. Do you see what I'm saying? It's layers. Now, LSD, I don't have a good response to, and I'm not going to speak about it because I'm not educated enough on it. My body just doesn't seem to respond well to man-made things. I just do better with natural chemicals. So I have not yet had an experience that was good with anything man-made. I didn't mean to talk about myself. I just don't. I am, instead of trying to come up with some made-up idea or concept about Amanita deals with you, and then psilocybin deals with how you are then relating to other people. I just want to give you like a real life situation. And then when I came home, I started using, well, I did a high dose of ibotenic acid, what I can tolerate, to help me work through all of the negotiations of the divorce in an intelligent and higher level way that was where I could let go of my anger and resentment and need for revenge and all that shit because I got to live with me when this is over and I want to be a better human. So I used ibotenic acid to help me come up with more ideas and solutions to propose. So we were able to work it out without stretching this out and paying a bunch of attorneys to fight. You know what I mean? Ibotenic acid did that. Muscimol then helped me love myself through it and not feel worthless and unworthy. Okay. Tori Green, CNS responses, I meant to say, on your own CNS. Got it. Are the magic creams edible? The magic cream that's in the small pot is not. It's got a lot of tea tree oil in it, and that's toxic. So no. What are you doing for Christmas? Hey, Anthony. I'm at my daughter's, and my son came with me, and my daughter and her partner are both. They had to work today, but I cooked Christmas dinner, and it's waiting. And when I get off of here, we're gonna eat. I cooked a huge meal, and we're gonna eat. And they have a roommate who's new here, and so we've invited him. And it's just gonna be a nice meal, and I'm doing this. Believe it or not, I look forward to these. I love all of you guys. This makes me very happy. So this and Christmas dinner. Thank you for asking. Happy holidays, Kyle. Renee, fire and fire heart. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Dreamer. Makes sense to first get out of survival mode to have space and then grieve. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. It's like layers of, like, I call it being upside down. Like, zero is where you're just numb or neutral. And so many of us are like way down here in survival mode and fight or flight. And you got to get to neutral before you can start working your way up. And grieving to me is like that first step up and out. Okay, just make sure you weren't being pervy. The beige. Oh, okay. The beige. That's not fetish. Promise. I love gloves. Okay. I just don't have any, man. Like, it's Florida. I don't have any. It's, I mean, it's cold here, but not like glove wearing cold. And it's just like this cold front moving through, but normally like it's Florida. So let's see. The land is next to Little Rock. Oh, really? Really? Those in the Ozarks? Um, David, when they mock and laugh, it's them identifying with you and not putting up a shield of their own as to not be singled out and ridiculed as you were. You know, David, that's true. That whole group mentality of watching how one person was vulnerable and how they got treated. It's like, whoop, I'm going to get along, go along to get along, so that I don't get hurt and not step out of line so I don't get attacked. Yeah, I used to be that person, right? I used to play that game. Okay, thank you, Catherine. Get the landowner to get in touch. Cool. Thanks. Anyone else from Ireland? Do you follow Courtney on Instagram, Mr. C? Her username, she does a lot of work with Amanita. Let me find her Instagram. Court. It's Hips and Haws Wildcrafts. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but this is her. It's Hips and Haws Wildcraft. She's near Dublin, I think. If you want someone else that loves Amanita, she does courses on it and stuff, but a lot of other things. I think you would enjoy her, maybe. Mr. X, madam, please. I would do it, but I don't mind wearing a glove, even if it is a kink. Whatever. I don't have a glove. Hello from Kent, the UK. Love your channel. Thanks, Stasis. Welcome, welcome. A dude for humanity. Your courage and sharing your story is very inspiring. Oh, thanks. Yeah, like, I'm not ashamed of it. I did get a lot of hate on that video where I was talking about that. And I posted about it on other forms of social media. And I got some hate, you deserved it. You're probably the one that did it. You're probably taking advantage of him. Like, bunch of toxic shit. But mostly it's an example to tell people, like, just because you're a content creator doesn't mean you have to do all this false positivity all the time. Like, I'm just me. And then I can be me and be happy and be living a great life. And then all of a sudden, like, everything get yanked out from under me. But it's also a testament to Amanita and like how it works in these situations. So let's see. Unconditional love. She said she don't get a glove. Do you know Tamil? I don't know Tamil. Rakmadi Halimam. Hello, Rakmadi. Do you remember me? I do not. Refresh my memory, please. I notice mushrooms play out like moving through a story. LSD is more of making up a movie on the whim. Really? I wish I could use it. I just it doesn't treat me very well. Do you think it affects chakras? I'm learning more about them, but if it does, it's the heart. I mean, it's the heart mushroom. I have a lot of videos about it's the heart mushroom. I talk about that all the time. So if it's going to affect a chakra, it's going to be the heart one. I mean, I feel that. I feel the energy shift and change in my heart. You know what I mean? Anthony, your husband too, Dreamer. What about him? I've lost that conversation where I was in that you're responding to because I'm moving too slowly. My apologies. Man in a shed, can't stop, family and all that. Just wanted to wish everyone, oh, if you're still here, welcome and thanks for dropping in and saying hi. Kenneth Berry, hi, man. Savannah, does Amanita lose potency over time when dried and jarred? Yeah, about 9 months it'll be good. After that, it drops off pretty quickly. Savannah, Mary, sending love to all. Mr. X, please wear any gloves. Well, you can keep asking. I'm not going to respond to you anymore. I literally don't have a single glove in this apartment. This is Florida. There are no gloves in this apartment. There's no gloves. Natalia, I'm always curious about what food people eat on the holidays. What did you cook? Sweet potatoes with brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter on them. Green bean casserole with cream mushroom in it, and smashed potatoes, and this beans with barbecue sauce in it. That sounds gross, but it's like a thing my grandmother made. It's a traditional meal. Macaroni and cheese, cornbread. Valerie. Hey, Valerie. Hello. Merry Christmas. I so appreciate you. Thank you for interacting and hanging out all the time. I love seeing your triangle. Fazal, thank you. I'm working on it. Mona, can I ceremony with you from the UK? No, I don't. I don't record them and I don't broadcast them because I want people to be able to be themselves and do what they need to do. So no, I mean, I have some drum stuff here on YouTube, but it's not actual ceremonies or whatever. I have to throw someone out. Luckily, their comment got taken to the side, and I got to throw them out. Hang on a minute. Zen, totally agree. Merry Christmas from Hungary. Hey, OG. Mona, do I need to get anything for the course besides Amanita? I got that in from your UK source. I mean, notes. You'll be taking notes. I hope you'll be taking notes. Let's see. Uncle Biggs, my order from Alexei in Russia just arrived yesterday. First time using Pantherina. Oh, that makes me happy. Mine got stuck in customs and I ordered it like a month ago. So maybe mine is going to be here soon too. Thanks, Uncle, for letting me know. Cool. Your blessings in. Thank you. Fazal, how's the weather in Florida? Every time I come down here, it's usually like in these times of years it's in the 70s Fahrenheit. But right now, because of that cold Arctic blast that came through the United States, it's actually been below freezing. Today, it's just above freezing, just a couple of degrees above freezing. But it's only for a couple of days, so it'll pass. I don't answer questions about my age, my weight, numbers. I don't answer number questions. Let's see, Jeff. 14. Where are you, Jeff? IQ. More number questions. Cleveland, Ohio. My God. That's crazy. Let's see. Last time my IQ got checked because I was doing really well in school, but having difficulties with communication. This is before I knew I was autistic. And I was 139 on one IQ test, 145 on another. Okay, I made it through all of the comments. What? I'm caught up. Let's pull your runes. Okay, here's the rules. If you want me to pull a rune for you, this is how it works. Okay, y'all got to stop for a second. Hang on, Mr. Cat. Is it possible to cultivate Amanita muscaria indoors? No. No. It's a highly complex organism that needs a huge mycelium, and it works with bacteria and stuff in the soil, and it needs a tree, and it has all these relationships with a bunch of trees. So yeah. Natalia. Thank you, Natalia. Uncle, yep, I thought it was in custom stuck also. Seriously, when the post office person showed up my door, it was like a shaman, right? Oh my God. It was 9 here in Georgia yesterday. Really? Yeah, I wasn't in Georgia for this Arctic thing. That's crazy. Merry Christmas from Greensboro, North Carolina. Clinton, oh my God. How the hell are you, man? Jeez. Please come to my New Year's Eve Zoom. I'll drop the link. This is everything that's going on. Come say hi, please. I miss you. It's good to see you. Okay, let's do. Thank you, Fazal. You have a good Christmas too. Other than Amanita, what's your favorite fungus? Reishi. Reishi. It's like another miracle freaking mushroom. It does so much. It's insane. But you have to crack the spores. It becomes so much more potent if you can crack the spores and take something with cracked spores. It's crazy. It's a good mushroom. Outside of that, lion's mane, because it gave me my brain back. You too, Tori? It's between reishi and lion's mane. Lion's mane is incredible. Let's do your runes. Bruno, you like psilocybes? Yeah, I mean, psilocybes are up there. How do you not? Like, penis envy is really hard, but it has given me the most work, and it does it with so much love. It can be brutal, but you know how, if any of you have done penis envy, it's brutal work. It's in your face, but it does it with this love behind it that's like, let's just get straight to the chase because we love you and we want you to feel better. Okay, I'm not going to read anymore. I'm going to do runes. Here's the thing. I want to ask everyone to stop for a moment. Thank you. Okay, if you want, I have enough, Natalia. You don't need one. Okay. Bradford, oh my God. Bradford made it. I've been thinking about you so much. I've been worried about you. Yay. Thank you. Because y'all went through a hard time and everybody got sick and blah, blah, blah. So I'm glad you're here on Christmas. Okay, let's do the runes. Here's the rules for the runes. Here's what I need you to do. There's a lot of people here, and I'm going to get through these as quickly as I can. So here's what I need you to do. I don't actually know what is a rune. Can you Google it? I'm sorry. I would tell you, but I want to get through this. I don't mean to be rude. Okay, I'm going to pull your rune. Mr. X, I care about you. I wish you the best. Bye. Okay. So what I'm going to do is pull a rune, but the way it's going to work is this. If you would like for me to pull your rune, and then I'll tell you about what you're going to do and how to use it in a minute. What I need you to do is in the comments section, just say me, and I will see your username. So I'm going to give you a moment to do that. Just say me if you want me to pull your rune. Here's what happens. I'm going to pull the rune out. I'm going to hold it up to the camera, and I want you to screenshot it if you're on a phone, and then save it. And later, you're going to have to Google Elder Futhark. Those are the older runes. That's what these are, the Elder Futhark. I'll put that in the comment section. Don't worry. Find yours and then read about it. So if you are on a laptop or a desktop, just use your phone and grab a picture real quick of the screen when I hold yours up. Okay? Everybody understand? Just grab a photo of it. That's it. I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm going to move on. And I'm going to go in order of the comments so you know when I'm getting close to your name. Is that fair? Is that cool? Is that going to work? Okay, the Elder Futhark are the original Futhark of the Viking runes, and in the winter solstice, they would go to the seer who would throw their runes and tell them their future or their answer to their question and what they needed to be working on through the solstice. And this is going to be your meditation from now until the equinox, the spring equinox. All right, ready, Ted? Ready, Ted? Here we go. Berkana. 3, 2, 1. All right. Jason, you ready? Go. Jason, 3, 2, 1. Eric, ready? This is mine. This is what I'm focusing on also. Issa. I'm going to probably get Issa tattooed on my spine. I know what you're working on, Eric. Andrew. 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 You ready? 3, 2, 1. Rikaino, please forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. Rikaino Wood, that's you. 3, 2, 1. Jeff, you ready? Three, 2, 1. Mona, you ready? Thank you all for being so patient. Mona, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Bruno, you ready? Here we go. It's like H, but it's kind of at an angle, like diagonally. 3, 2, 1. Bruno, you ready? Three, 2, 1. All right, Tori, you're next up. This is for Tori. 3, 2, 1. All right. Dude for Humanity, you are up. You ready? Oh, this one jumped out of the pack. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Dude for Humanity. All right. Alpha 7 Lee. You ready? Clint. Ready? Ready? Oh, you've also got Esau. Oh, a lot of us working on Esau. That's for you, Cliff. 3, 2, 1. Let me scroll down. Catherine just said, I missed her. I did Bruno twice. Let me go back up. Bruno. Catherine, me. All right, Catherine, this is you. My bad. I'm glad I saw your comment. I accidentally scrolled too far down. Ready, Catherine? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Ready? Catherine, there you go. 3, 2, 1. Derek. Derek, 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 Derek. Ready? Derek. This is you, Derek. 3, 2, 1. All right, Tommy Trigger. There you go, Tommy. 3, 2, 1. All right, Savannah. Oh my God, another Issa. Savannah. All right, blue screen. You ready? Some of these just aren't even getting pulled at all, and then some more than once. Well, that one's been pulled before also. That's Savannah. No, blue screen. Sorry, blue screen. Or I could just throw it. Blue screen. Try again. All righty, triple X me. You ready? I hope I got that right with Savannah and blue screen. If I didn't, tell me in the comments and I'll fix it, okay? Triple X me. There you go. All right. Slowly slow. You ready? You are next. All right. All right. Slowly slow. Here we go. Got you. All right. KL Rahul. Hi, KL. You want a rune? Let's do a rune for you. You didn't ask. We're going to do one anyway. Oh my God, KL. Guess what you got? See how there isn't one there? That is the rune called Weird. WYRD. Go look that up. Good luck with that one. All right, Kenneth. Let's do you. Ready, Kenneth? There you go. All right. Glees Botanic. You ready? Glees Botanic. Oh my God, you got Isa also. Wow. Lots of us doing that, man. All right. Mr. C, you ready? The dog is talking in his sleep. That's hilarious. Mr. C, there's you. All right, who is next? Jesse Graywolf, you ready? That's for you, Jesse. 3, 2, 1. All right, Anthony, are you married? Good Lord, we just had a whole conversation about that. You missed it. All right, KL, say my name. Just did. Okay, let's see. Ted, got it. Cool. All right, moving wheels. You ready? Here you go. That's for you, moving wheels. What's going on? I'm pulling your rune, and that is for you to focus on from winter solstice to the spring equinox, and look up Elder Futhark, the Viking runes, the first set of Viking runes. Instead of going to see a seer, because you may not have one, I'm just pulling your rune for you. Gina, you ready? There you go, Gina. Alrighty. Got it. Thanks. Hi, Glass. Does that make sense for you? All right, KL, I did say your name. Sarah Yon. All right, Sarah is out of here. KL Rahul, you know me. I know you in real life, or just around. KL, I didn't block you, dude. I'm still getting your messages. Anita, ready? You said hi. Do you want me to do a rune for you, Anita? Anthony, thank you, but I do not live for the male gaze. I do myself and what I want. Let's see. KL, I blocked you because you wouldn't stop with the glove bullshit, and now you're harassing me to say your name. Fuck off. He is gone. Okay, Anita, you ready for your rune? Ready? Oh, good one. Here you go. There you go. Okay, I think we got to everybody. You like it? Cool. Yay. Okie dokie. We are all caught up. We can go back to talking again if you would like. You are very welcome, Bruno. I think everybody left to go research their rune. Do y'all have anything that you are drinking? We can do some Christmas music again, too. Amanita's beautiful. Fuck off, Mr. X. Thanks, Andrew. Let's see. Chai. I have chai also. Coffee, beige. Reishi tea. I need some reishi tea. You're very welcome, Colby. Hey, Jeff. Eric, just water. Bradford, I got some new spice chai tea from Trader Joe's. Is it good? Bradford don't want a rune? You don't want a rune? You do? Oh, you're saying yes to the it's good. Cool. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a very long time. Let's turn the volume up on the Christmas music, see what's happening with it. Boy, my phone is blowing up with messages. Let's see what is going on. Jingle bells. Let's play Jingle Bells. That's slow, Jingle Bells. Beautiful Dreamer. There's a song called Beautiful Dreamer. It's all slow stuff. Happy birthday. Why is that in a Christmas list? The holly and the ivy. There we go. That's a little more jazzy anyway. Just tequila for me, thanks. Jeff. Oh my God. Bradford, how is your holiday? You want one? Okay, let me get you a room. Ready, Bradford? There you go. Screenshot it or take a picture with your phone. All right. Bradford here is our moderator over on the my private community at Mushroom Voice. And I host the first Saturday Zoom. So coming up soon, I'm going to be doing a Zoom. It's not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, I host, and then 2 Saturdays in a row, Bradford hosts. And it's just a bunch of us like this that love Amanita. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. But it's Zoom, instead of this where I'm the only one talking. So it's pretty cool. Is it possible to combine tincture Amanita with other mushroom? I do. I take at night, I use reishi, tincture, chaga, turkey tail, and Amanita. Yeah, Bradford drops second, third Saturdays, midday. He's like at 1, I think, Eastern. Please greet my wife, Keen Nanto. I can't say the last name, from Canada. Thanks for the greetings. John. Okay. Hi, Keen. Welcome. Happy holidays. Hi, Anita. Y'all are so cool. 39. Everybody got their Rune and left. I'm going to dip my speculage in my chai. Did anybody else make any special foods today? Is my store stocked? Anita, no. I open it 1 weekend a month and it sells out in 2 days, sometimes 3 days. So the next time it's going to open is January 13th, Friday the 13th, actually. Yeah, when I leave here, I'm leaving tomorrow to go back home, and then I'm going to restock the store. I love pfeffernusse. Christmas spice cookies. I know them very well. Do you ice them with anything? Ow. Do you put icing on them? Lemon? What? Oh my God. I want one. Will you send me some in the mail? Derek, because he doesn't have all of the correct information, and I've been trying to get to him and talk to him and let him know like what's really great about it. But he told that one really bad story of not using it correctly. He was young and did a foolish thing. And now everybody that watches Joe Rogan thinks that the Amanitas are just shit mushrooms. So let's see. I often wonder, let's see, Jerome. Hi, Jerome. Is it still okay to order from Amanita Muscaria store? It was a recommended vendor. My vendors sort of rotate whether they have stock or not, or whether they're sold out, or whether they're having trouble with their paying system or getting stuff in and out of customs. So like they're always sort of up or down. So if they're currently up on my website, you can order. Just made chocolate chip cookies with a bit of whole yogurt. Oh my God, I bet that's amazing. Jason, if you can message me on Instagram, I'll cover shipping. Oh, I'm sorry you missed the store. I worked so hard too to get it stocked. It's crazy. Natalia made a gluten-free carrot cake. Oh my God. Hey, Jean Juan. More for us. Tori Green, do you do any rune spreads or just single runes? I'm just learning. I would love to be able to do spreads. There was a guy at Winter Solstice in San Francisco that does spreads. He was reading people's runes. That would be fantastic. But like, that's a lifetime of learning. I did a 5 rune spread for the first time, found it incredibly accurate. Really? That's cool. You do it a lot? Like, are you good at it? Derek, thanks for that answer. I'm clear now. Gotcha. Cool. Ted, do you think that Paul Stamets' story is a fiction? Seems like extreme effects from 2 panthers. No, eating them raw pantherinas are so strong. They're like 6 to 10 times stronger than muscaria. That's a mild story for how much he ate. He's like, I can't believe that's all that happened. Truly. We shall see. You haven't tried them yet, AB? It sounds amazing, truly. Happy celebrate human sacrifice born day. Yeah, right? Yeah, we were talking about that at the top of the live when I first started, about the Christian version of all of this. Unless you're talking about the wrong misinformation about pagan ceremonies. being a human sacrifice ceremony. Unless you're talking about the Vikings, in which case you would be correct. Tori, just getting started, but the Elder Futhark seems to really resonate. Me too. Me too. Cool, man. I hope you keep doing well with it. It's something I want to do, but like my channel and all my work has taken off in the documentary so much that I literally don't have time to learn anything new right now. Yuli holidays, everyone. Thank you, revealing. Are Panthers raw versus tea a whole different ballgame? Yeah. Because when they dehydrate and then you make them into tea, you're reducing the amount of ibotenic acid by roughly half, give or take ish. That's a huge drop. You eat them raw. God, I can't believe the man didn't go to the hospital, honestly. Derek, I'm roasting pecans with butter. Oh my God. That sounds amazing. Access World, there's a lot that's going to surprise you about my channel. I'm not a typical human. I usually am pretty blunt and honest about things. I try to be as open and honest about the truth about things and dispel myths. I don't like sugarcoating things and telling stories that aren't true. Let's see, Jerome, thank you for your response. Well, what else would I be doing? You're so welcome. That's why I'm here. It's just fun. Okay, I'm caught up. Cheers. I still have more speculage. Caramelized. The pecans, oh my God. It sounds so good. All right, well, we're an hour and a half in. I've done your runes. I don't want to go, but I think we're all caught up, and I think that nobody else has anything to say. Merry Christmas from Florida. Hey, Rob, I'm down here too. Where are you? I'm in Florida till tomorrow, and then I gotta go back home and go back to work. Rob, where are you? Where are you, Rob? Bradford, are you still here, or do you just pop in to say hi? I am live on New Year's Eve, a week from today. Bradford's still here. Oh, you're in Sarasota. Cool. Aw, from England. Yay. Is it as cold in England as it is in the States right now? Yeah, Anita, y'all are like snowed in bad. Daughter's in Tallahassee. Oh, Derek. Yeah, I usually don't get to see my daughter at Christmas. How much powder for a macrodose? Doesn't work like that. First of all, we dose it in liquid volume. And second of all, everyone has to find their own dose. And I have a video on dosing at amanitadreamer.net. I mean, how to find your dose. So go watch that. It would be more accurate. I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just, I can't answer that question. One, the way it's worded, but two, even if we're talking about the tea, I can't just give you an answer. That's just how the mushroom works. But I made a whole video on it just for that question. Okay. Can't wait to microdose. I just toasted hazelnuts. Oh my God. And stuffed them in dates and chocolate. What? Oh my God. Man, y'all are over the top. Wish I could share our weather here in Arizona. Bradford's always got good weather, except in the summer. Wow, a lot of people from England are here. Do you ever do events in North Georgia? My wife and I are in East Tennessee. Yeah, I did last year. But like I haven't been home long enough to do any on my own anymore. I'm never home. And when I'm home, I'm working too hard on my store and creating content, and then I leave again. So I wouldn't look for any local events anytime soon, honestly. But if there are, I'll announce them in my newsletter. Y'all should sign up for the newsletter. I announce everything that's going to happen I only put it out once a month because, like, I hate spam. Why are you sorry, Anthony, for asking about dosing? Like, that's my job. Who asked about dosing? Anthony, why are you apologizing? Ha, true. Bradford, you can keep your summer. What is your stream all about? Hey, Alamdar Hussein. How did I do with that? It's about a mushroom called Amanita muscaria. It's a red mushroom with white dots. It's medicinal. It saved my life from panic attacks and trying to come off of benzodiazepines. It's a good mushroom. All these people are here because it saved their lives too. So, yeah, from UK. No, for asking if you have a boyfriend. Thank you for the apology. You are forgiven, my friend. Anita, which is stronger? Texture, powder, mushrooms dried? Did some research. There were too many different answers. There's no such thing as which is stronger. Amanitas are as strong as they are, and you can have one that's really big, and it can only have half of the actives as one that's only this big, which can be hugely powerful. The amount of actives in any one mushroom, they're all over the place, and there's nothing you can say about them to talk about whether one is going to be active over another. And then if you just dry it, then it's just dry. If you crumble it into a powder, it's the same thing as it being dry. Do you see what I'm saying? They don't change in potency by doing that. But what you will do is if you powder it, it will start to break down a lot faster. So if you powder it, use it. Adopt a like. Aw, thank you, Joel. Bruno, do you have any trip planned to France or Switzerland soon? It'll depend on if somebody wants to host a screening of the documentary when it comes out. That'll be the next time that I'm coming around. So just watch the documentary. I mean, the newsletter for that shit. Alamdar Hussein, why the sad face? Anthony, I have ADHD. I do too, but my autism is more expressed than the ADHD. You know what I mean? Do they oxidize and weaken? Yeah, Jeff, they do. Actually, a dude for humanity is boiling a no-no or just high heat? No, I mean, you can boil them, simmer them, whatever, for 20 minutes. You know, that helps convert a lot of the ibotenic acid. There's no reason to boil. I mean, that you can just simmer them. Same thing. Dude for humanity. I mean, Anita, yes. Your one answer is good. Got it. Cool. Good. Anthony, you're 35. You had COVID. That sucks. There's not too many people that haven't had COVID left at this point. I'm sorry you had COVID. But this mushroom does, never mind, YouTube, censorship. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Hey, Kino Streams. Welcome. Natalia, it's so awesome you are live here today. Aww. You're welcome, and I felt shameless anyhow. Cool, Joel. You should be shameless. We should all be shameless. Tori, do you have to do anything to the powder before you consume it? I've ordered some from one of your sources, waiting on it to arrive. I have prep videos. It depends on what you're trying to do. You can smoke it. You can put it in a tea. You can put it in capsules. You can take it as a powder. You can stick it in an oil and extract it. Dove's Eye, too hard to strain. Don't crumble. Just let it sit and rack when it's time. You can get, but Tony Jim color, yeah, rack from the top down to sediment. I mean, I agree with Dove. I don't like trying to work with it powdered because it's a whole lot harder to filter it out of the oil or the tea. I just don't prefer to work with the powder unless I'm about to smoke it, and then I'll crumble it up just to smoke it. So, Kino Streams just subbed and liked your video. Thanks, Kino. With all the shadow banning going on, it makes it hard. So I appreciate every like and every sub. Truly, truly. Thank you. Let's see. I'm watching Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. My son loves Bob Ross. Jeff hasn't had COVID. You are a unicorn, Jeff, and good luck with that. I hope you stay that way, my friend. I wish you good health. Smoking affect potency. It's just different, and it's really weird, Jeff, because when you know how other medications, when you smoke them, the effect is immediate. With Amanita, there's still that 20-minute delay, the same as if you ingested it, but the effects are so completely different. So it's not whether smoking affects potency, it's that smoking affects how it feels in your body, the spiritual work you can do, and how the elders and the Amanita ancestors show up. It's a whole different experience smoking it that way. It's much more spiritual. Andrew, I haven't done any work with the stems yet. I'm still researching them, and there's just so little research on them. There's very little to find. I'm trying to talk to some indigenous communities about that. So no, I haven't, but I want to. There's some reasons that I'm not yet that I don't want to talk about. Dove's eye, don't mind the 45-minute boil, just as strong though. The longer you boil, the color changes. I've done the 45-minute boil when I just really wanted to push a little bit more decarb, like I tried to get a higher dose with less IBO. I agree totally. And a Capricorn. You're a Capricorn? What is a unicorn and a Capricorn? What is Cap? I'm starting on my way to visit some in-laws. So glad to catch you all here today. Aw, we'll have fun, Bradford. Chimino. Don't know what Chimino is. What do you mean? Amanita ancestors show up. Well, I have videos all about the ancestors. You'll just have to go watch them. They're on amanitadreamer.net. I talk about the Amanita elders and ancestors. It's why I hold ceremony. And if you want to go to the events page on amanitadreamer.net, scroll to the bottom and there's a whole playlist on ceremony, ancestors, all that. Please watch those. Good God, what is it about the men today? I'm just going to block. Y'all are gone. That bullshit. Let's see. The boss, I don't know what you mean by Chimino, question mark. I tried smoking it, but nothing. Maybe get more and try again. Okay, Jeff, what you have to do, there's a jig on. Let me turn it down. Scandinavia in folk. I like it. It's just too loud. Okay. When you smoke it, you have to just continually smoke it through the 20 to 30-minute mark. And then whatever you feel, if you want to feel more, just keep smoking it, but you can't roll it because it's got a lot of fat in it, and that fat will dissolve and melt and it won't burn. So you have to use a pipe. When I first started smoking it, I was using a water pipe or a bong because it can be a hard throat hit. Please try again. I have tried Hawaiian wood rose. Wasn't that big of a deal to me. Didn't really. Where to buy Amanita's. Joel, on amanitadreamer.net, that's my website. I have vendors that I stand behind that I have fully vetted. amanitadreamer.net. What are the requirements to screen documentary related info on your website? No. Your ability to have an indoor area where we can seat a large amount of people, 100 people, and show it, you know what I mean? And to take money for that, because it'll cost money. And then a place and the ability to have microphones so we can do a question answer. And then an ability to host a ceremony afterward for about 100 people. Why I'm watching you, I don't know. I don't know either, Alamdar. Maybe you need to try the Amanita. Maybe you have anxiety. Maybe you're bored. Topeka El Chimino, I don't have. Can you copy your comment, the boss, and throw it in Google Translate? Dude for Humanity, you are a wealth of knowledge. The one time I did smoke it, I went to a different realm entirely, another planet. It was like an out-of-body experience. I actually do time travel when I smoke high amounts of it, high doses, and I talk about that in a video. And I have a whole course on smoking it, the elders, the ancestors, manifesting and creation, and that it is our human right. The course is free. It is on amanitadreamer.net. Does the mycelium have IBO? I don't know. It's never been tested. Jeff Knight, I'll try again. Maybe Pantherina. I've smoked Pantherina too. That's some crazy shit. We just want to say hello from Poland. Sergio and Betty. Hey. Usually there's like 4 or 5 Poles here. The first person to show up was Polish. And now you guys. Thanks. I've been watching for 23 years. I'm 39 now. Waiting for 23 years. I'm 39 now. Waiting. Got it. Okay, cool. Your wait is over. Congratulations. I hope you get some. Interesting. Happy holidays, everyone. Hi, Divine. Okay, I take note. Okay, Bruno. Well, welcome then. All right, I'm caught up again. Did I smell Pantherina? How was it? It smells the same to me. Amazing. Oh, smoked it. Yeah. I'll talk about that sometime. I don't want to say too much because of censorship here. Thank you so much for the presentation. Dogs are getting restless. All right, Tori. Hello, Divine. Nice to meet you too. Welcome. I'm about to leave. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. So I'm going to end it soon. If you want to support the work that I'm doing, you can buy me a coffee. And you can go to amanitadreamer.net and watch all the videos you want. They're free. You can come to my live a week from today on New Year's Eve. You can take classes. You can jump into our community on Mushroom Voice. Will this video be saved? It's going to process and then upload. You just got to go to the live tab on my channel and you can watch it back. It's going to get censored so badly, though. We talked about all kinds of crazy shit that's going to get me in trouble, I'm pretty sure. So to get involved in anything, get the newsletter, get all my free stuff, find my Spotify trip playlist, how to buy, all that stuff. It's all on amanitadreamer.net. And getting involved in the store or our community is Mushroom Voice. So all the links, though, everything is on amanitadreamer.net. Looking for elders, feel alone in this topic. More I bring it out about this voice, more enemies I get, comfortable telling others. Yeah, Dove, we have a whole community. It's Mushroom Voice. That's what we do. We talk about this mushroom. You're not alone in that. I mean, look at what I'm doing and the hate and the enemies I get. Like, they gang up on me and bully me. Like, I get it. But you're in good company here, my friend. I'm going to do this again next Saturday if y'all want to come. If you want to get the newsletter and keep up with everything that's going on, or if you want to come to the Zoom, I'm doing a Zoom, you can come to. They're all good. All the vendors are good. There's no one best one. They're all just haters will hate only because they don't understand. And that's true. It's sad that people have to hate what they don't understand. But I mean, for some reason, that's what they do. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Merry Christmas. I hope that everybody feels a little less lonely now and a little bit more entertained and a little more loved, and that you're not alone. And thanks to the internet, thanks to YouTube, we can still come together and hang out with people that we care about. 2 hours is about enough time. I would like to ask all of you to do me a favor and walk somewhere to something natural and sit with it today. I know it's cold outside, but if you could just go to a tree or a bush and just look at it, focus on it, tell it hello and let it know that you're there, and see what you get back. Because all of these plants and trees and cacti around us, they're living and they want to talk to us. They want to interact. They watch the animals come and go, and we talk like they're not even there. Try going and saying hi. It'll be a very special experience. It's a good thing to do for Christmas. All right. Well, Jeff, I hope you talked to your inside plants if you brought them inside. Okay, I love you guys. It hooks you up to our mother. Yes, it does. Heck yeah, listening. Hey, Rob. -30. Good God. That's crazy. Mr. Courtney is hips, HIPS, AND for and. Halls, HAWS. Let me find her again. Hips, HIPS, and AND. Halls, HAWS. Wild Crafts. Okay. Can I do a mock Xanadu survey and begin the trek? A mock Xanadu survey? What is a mock Xanadu survey? Is that autocorrect? Okay, I got to check out. It's been 2 hours. I love you, beautiful people. I'm going to go hang with my family for a little while and eat and then pack up and then catch a plane and then go home and then work on stocking my store. A wackadoo survey? Who are you going to survey? And then hang out with y'all again next Saturday, I guess. Where it will be the last day of this year. And then we'll do it all over again. Oh, Stuart, I'm sorry. I'm about to close it down. We've been here for a couple of hours. See you next Saturday. All right, y'all. Sorry, I had to moderate and kick people out. All right. Did I answer everybody's questions? Last minute questions? All right, then. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love you, beautiful people. Yeah, go look up your runes. I hope you love them. I hope they make sense to you. All right, y'all. Merry Christmas. Bye.